Hey guys, Silas here again. So today we're going to talk about improving soil. So yesterday we talked about the parable of the soils and the four different conditions of that soil relating directly to our heart. So today we're going to talk a little bit about improving soil. So transitioning the soil to a better soil. So how do we move through that process? So one of the things I wanted to do is read to you guys James chapter 1 verses 2 through 8. And this relates directly to how we're going to improve soil. And behind me you're going to see that tomato field, and we're going to go walk out and look at what the history has been and what the potential is in the future for that. So James chapter 1 verse 2, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all they do." So what I'd like to do is show you guys this tomato field. Now, about 2 years ago, that field was just like this dirt path. It was a hard parking lot where they had equipment and it would park. Nothing grew. It was just like this hard dirt, real similar to that path that we talked about that is that first type of soil. So out here, you can see there's tomatoes growing now. Now, when we talk about improving soil, one of the main things that we look at is to improve that soil, just like improving a condition of our heart, we have to be intentional. So the farmer in this situation knew what he wanted. There was a goal in mind. Now with that, he had to plow the soil. He had to put on soil amendments to improve the quality of the soil so it wasn't so hard. So now he's able to plant a crop, put seed in the ground, and it grow and germinate and produce a crop. But that's taken the last 2 years for him to do that. Now this spot isn't quite as good as the rest of the soil in this field, but there's a process. It's getting there. And so one of the things that has really transformed this soil is compost. Essentially that's manure over time that's decomposed and producing a lot of beneficial organic matter that the soil will use. Now you're probably wondering, how in the world does this relate to James chapter 1 and perseverance? Well, think about manure, compost in our life, is something that stinks. And at first doesn't really look all that great. It's a lot of those things we might complain about. It might just stink up our life and we don't think there's anything beneficial that comes out of it. But when we persevere through life's trials and tribulations and struggles and frustrations, that's building character. Exactly what James is talking about. And through those trials and frustrations, our heart is getting understanding and wisdom. And so we're seeking him. And it provides an opportunity, a much better soil for that seed to take root. Because before on this hard soil, that root wasn't taking any opportunity to get into the soil. But now that soil's been worked, the right soil amendments have been put on there, and that soil has softened. And now that soil, when it germinates, or when that seed germinates in the soil, it can take root. It can latch on to the nourishment that it needs. So when life gives you compost, make sure that you turn it in to something that can help the soil soften and understand how you can improve your relationship with Christ. Have that soft soil that is considered good. Don't have a hard calloused, but having to be intentional is the key thing of moving through that. It's transforming the condition of the heart, and it takes time. Because this will still take a little bit more time, but it's going to produce a crop. And that's the best part about this, is we have been given the opportunity to transform and become better, but it takes work. Thank you.